Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 81, MJ38 show. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe, motherfucker.
Subscribe.
Tell a friend. Make a friend. Tell a friend. Be a friend. Have a friend.
That might be step one.
Be someone who can have a friend.
Here we go. That's the prequel.
That's the groundwork. That's the foundation. Be able to be a friend and then make that friend. Create one friend. Alchemy. Stranger into friend. You just fucking... Whoa. Stranger has now evolved into homie.
Nice.
Sweet. Dap. Everyone uses the dap. That's the instant. That's the first move you learn whenever you can become a homie.
Yeah. Yep.
Tell somebody about us. Hopefully you're having a great life. Matthew, Justin, here for you. Always. Give us a shout. Give us a comment. Fill that comment section with your name. Fill our DMs with your names. Whatever comments, questions, or concerns you got about the pod, about life, we'll talk about it. We'll unbox it. We'll get to the bottom of it. That's what we do.
Lady, I'm not doing the wedgie. I don't know what you need to hear from me.
We'll save that for another, maybe not even a podcast, maybe like a Patreon-only podcast where we do like stunts and shit. Or we have fucking, I don't even know.
It's just getting weird.
It's not happening.
It's been months.
It's been a minute. The persistence is admirable.
Sure, but I mean, it's just like, what do you, if you're looking for something for a long enough time, it starts to reflect on you. Like
1, 2, 3 times.
I'll make you a deal.
Now we're talking months.
We get into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll do a live wedgie.
Okay.
It's going to cost you.
It's going to cost you 1 million subs.
I'm not a whore.
When we get to, at least not a cheap whore.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're going to get to 1 million subs, that might be something that would be cool.
I guess, just for this one commenter.
Just for one of our day one fans. But yeah, it's not going down. I'm sorry. We'll do other stuff. We'll drink hot sauce or some shit.
Why? I don't need to do that either.
Let's do some smelling salts.
Sure, I guess I'll do that on the podcast. It's fun.
Yeah, that's a little different. But the wedgie's a little intrusive, no?
Why do you want it?
Do you want to see the underwear or do you want to see the pain? What's the embarrassment? What's going on there?
Seems like a weird kink. It's just like, why is that what you want? Like, it's not even a trend. Where's it coming from? Why do you want this?
Tell us in the comment section below.
Yeah, please.
Subscribe.
Oh,
man. We're rocking. It's a great life. We're moving. I'm feeling good. We got some extra time today. Sometimes it feels like you got only you literally have like a window of time. And that window literally like fucking closes on you like Indiana Jones. And you got to slide through that bitch with the Ark of the Covenant or whatever the hell he takes. And you got to win. You got to get the shit done in the amount of time before the window literally closes. And now you're like bleeding into the next life event, whatever your day, your schedule, whatever's time blocked. Then each whatever hour you got work, you got a gym, you got a shower, you got to wash clothes, whatever the fuck. We got enough podcast time today to be like, all right, we're chilling a little bit. We got some time. So It just feels nice.
Feels great.
Feels good. Hopefully you got the same kind of block of time. Regardless, we're going to make it a little bit better. Washing dishes, going to work.
Let's get better.
You may have noticed, if you're just watching, if you're just listening, you're not watching. If you are watching, we got the shades on. There's some psychology behind this. You're talking about Joe Rogan psychology with this?
Joe Rogan says you give way less cares. Fucks.
You don't give a shit on these sunglasses.
When you got sunglasses on, you could be a little more detached from reality.
You're a little more anonymous, at least even in your own perception of yourself. You're like, who's that guy with the sunglasses on?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's me.
Like, if you're walking through a crowd of people and you have sunglasses on, you're a little protected. You're a little like... getting into someone's eye contact is like an intimate thing. Like, I'm not saying I don't need to hide anything, but just letting free.
That's soul on soul action, brother.
You're just going to come in here and peep my soul. I usually leave it wide open for the most part, but just that to say there's something when you have a little bit of like an anonymity or a little bit of protection from the eye of Sauron itself.
Yeah.
Then maybe you're a little more loose. Maybe you're a little more free to say what you want to say.
Yeah, you're a little less hindered by the weight of pure awareness, pure knowingness of vision.
Right.
Knowing you're catching eyes with somebody.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit, that's soul on soul, brother. That's a sun with a mirror facing the sun. It's like, oh, man, you could explode right there. There's a lot of energy in that.
It's like in Harry Potter when they like do the wands and they connect and you're like, ah!
Yeah, it's like Dragon Ball Z Kamehamehas. Just fucking or the lightsabers or whatever analogy you want to use.
Yeah.
You just interlock. But it's regardless if you have something to hide or not. If you have something to hide, of course it's going to probably burn a lot more. But if you don't, even if you don't, there's still like an intensity to that eye contact.
Yeah, I don't always want to give that away.
Sunglasses just fucking fuck them, dog. You can't see shit. You can't see what I'm looking at. My eyes could be closed and you have no idea, dog.
True. It's kind of tight.
Yeah, what is that? It's kind of nice. It's super. They're like also another additional use of them. It's like they're just like a high person's best friend. Like a high person shield, bro. You just because you don't have to look at people, or you don't have to look at people looking at you. And
Yeah,
you're
totally.
Like, oh, they know I'm fucking baked out of my gourd right now.
Yeah, just knowing that you can't be fucking caught is alleviating.
He's like, oh, I'm chilling, I'm fine. This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Have you seen Joe? I don't know. I was just gonna say I don't know if I've seen Joe wear
Not
sunglasses on the
pod glasses.
pod.
No, but
I've seen a couple of his guests wear some. I know that Kevin Hart, the first thing that comes to my mind, I just remember seeing a picture of, or a mental vision just came to me of Kevin Hart on Jay Shetty's podcast. And he's wearing like dark black lens sunglasses. I was like, interesting choice, Kevin. Are you high?
that could be it. Tim Dillon does it on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan encourages
I've seen that. Yeah, I remember seeing
Tim
that.
Dillon to do it because he gets way more in his bag of like talking shit.
I mean,
And,
that's where maybe Joe's seen it firsthand. He's like, I've talked to enough people with and without sunglasses to know
yeah.
the ones with sunglasses, they just don't give a fuck.
No, they'll just start going off.
Nice.
Yeah. I wanted to go off today.
It's a little more free. We're a little free today, y'all. It's feeling good. Sunglasses. Do you wear, I guess, what are your thoughts on like colored lenses? You got some colored lenses right now, yeah?
Yeah.
They're like dark blue, red hue tint, or what is it?
I think they're orangish red
Okay.
on gray sunglasses. Maybe they got some blue in there too. Might be the reflection of the light. But normally I like to wear the all blacks, but I just started getting sunglasses from H-E-B. I think $8 or $9.
Yeah.
I lose glasses all the time.
Yeah.
I sit on glasses.
Dude.
They go quick.
Dude, yeah, I've never had a pair of like Oakleys or whatever the fuck the other ones are, Ray-Bans,
Yeah,
any of those like designer, super expensive sunglasses.
sure.
Never owned a pair. I never really cared to. Because I just know they're going to be at the bottom of a fucking lake somewhere or they're going to get stepped on or left behind at the pool.
It happens.
I guess the argument behind that is like if you do buy the expensive sunglasses or like people like lose their pens or lose their lighters, is that okay? So when we're losing things here, we're losing sunglasses, pens, and lighters. Whenever we're losing those things, some people have the argument of you should buy more expensive versions of those things. You should buy the more expensive sunglass and lighter and pen so that you will be a little bit more inclined to take conscious care of that thing and it won't get left behind. Or is it that those items just fall into the category of life, of things that just get forgotten sometimes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a nice pair of Oakleys that I kept on me for like a year and a half from
It's impressive.
like J Prime into Blue Prime.
Mm-hmm.
And I took them with me like everywhere. I got the little wire that goes around your neck, so it's
What's
harder
that
to lose
called?
them.
I forget what that's called.
I don't know.
There was a name for those
It
things in
was.
college.
Yeah.
It was like part of like the frat guy, like like the frat guy starter kit.
yeah, definitely. They had like a puffy one. Forget what it was called. Come on.
I couldn't. I can't even. I'm trying to draw from a well that's just dry as shit right now, dog. It's just not happening. I'm just scraping the bottom of it with a bucket right now. I don't think I could even come up with a good guess. Sometimes it's right on the tip of your tongue. Rapture was the word we were talking about last episode, at the very, very end that we couldn't get.
If you know, you
After
know.
we got off air, it came to us within like a minute or so. But like I knew it was there. It was on the tip of my tongue. But this time I'm trying to draw from that same recovery memory well, and I'm just scraping dirt, bruh. I can't even think about what those things were called, but I know there was a name for them.
I hope that this is fun for the people in the audience that know what it's called.
Yeah, the thing that holds your sunglasses. Frat guys would wear them on college campuses all the time, even when it's not sunny outside.
I don't know. The frat boy name for it allegedly is Croaky.
That sounds right.
I think I've heard that before, but
That's ringing something. That's like making me snap in my mental. I'm like, I think that feels like it sounds right.
me too. But I don't think it's the thing that we were initially talking about. I think there was another name for it.
So what was that? It's croaky,
Croakies.
like a croc, but a croak.
Yep.
Okay,
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure that's what I remember hearing that referred to as the thing that would keep your sunglasses on your head.
Okay.
But
Yeah. They were like
Year and a half.
They were made of the stuff that like holds your beer, like a
koozie.
But then it was a koozie for your neck for your sunglasses when I was in college. But they've got like nicer ones, like a real thin black wire, kind of just like bloop.
More sleek.
Yeah, more sleek.
Okay.
They were cool. I mean, I fucking loved them, man. Like, I don't know where they went.
It just happens. You know what I'm saying? It just fucking happens.
I think there was times where I would accidentally wear them into work because I would get so used to wearing them. I would like walk into work wearing them and be like, oh shit, I usually leave these in my car. Maybe I left them at work. Maybe someone took them home.
Maybe. They might be in the lost and found box full of 30 other pairs of sunglasses.
Might be the most populated
Legit,
item.
it is the most popular item in the lost and found at the restaurant, for sure.
Yeah. And then
credit cards, I guess, are up there too. Credit cards and sunglasses.
I had bought a pair of these, but they were black, and I went to lunch to talk business with a friend and just fucking left them in the booth.
Fuck.
I had them for like 2 days. I was like, well, thank God I didn't go buy Oakleys, because I would have just left those Oakleys right in that booth. I'll tell you what.
I think there's truth to both sides of the fence. I think if you do spend a little bit more money and like put a little bit more conscious effort and care into the thing, attachment to the material object, if you put a little bit of that into it and you are more inclined to put that energy into that thing, if you spent some quote unquote good money on it, at least from your perspective, because it's kind of relative, but maybe that would have helped a little bit, maybe not forget them, but I think they just fall into the category of things that get left behind sometimes.
Yeah.
More often than not. More often than other, like, I guess people forget their phone places. But
Yeah,
I think like lighters, pens, and sunglasses, they're up there, bro.
Yeah.
They're just fucking gone.
I've lost a lot of pair of the AirPods.
Okay.
I've lost a few pairs of those. It sucks when you lose those.
That blows.
Yeah. I don't even remember what happened.
Leave them in a gym maybe or something?
Yeah. Gym, car, fell out of your pocket. Should be happening. People steal that shit.
Yeah.
If you leave those at the gym, they're gone. But I have a pair of Beats AirPods that I've had for like 6 months now. I've been holding on to them, but I gotta fucking remember.
Yeah.
Don't lose these, dog.
Yeah, headphones fall into that similar category because I know I'm on at least my second pair of AirPods for sure. The first one's just gone. I don't know where they are. No fucking clue.
I miss those Oakleys. I really do, and I would like another pair, but I'm just trying to be more fiscally responsible. So I'm on the HEB glasses.
Yeah, as long as they fucking block out the sun. As long as they block out the sun, for me, I'm good.
Like polarized lenses work better. The Oakleys feel like I loved them. Like your fit will be hitting harder sometimes with the right pair of glasses.
Yeah, the right style of lens or of frames, really.
Right.
And lens too, but
no, you're dead on.
The frame's what's out.
And like if you have like a Ray-Ban pair of glasses like you're wearing, and then you're wearing like a suit with those glasses, God, you probably feel sharp as fuck. It's probably so.
These are like the Tom Cruise shades, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Top Guns.
Yeah, the Top Guns.
Yeah, that's hard. Those are classic, timeless.
Yeah, I see like the Ray-Ban. Are you wearing Ray-Bans?
No.
Or a Ray-Ban-esque style?
I mean, maybe. To me, this is what my Oakleys looked like. The ones that I had.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Oakley.
Yeah. Yeah, these are my Oakleys looked pretty much like this. They were a little cooler, but not that much different.
Not night and day.
And you can feel a little difference on your face when you put them on. Like they fit better, got nicer around the nose. They feel more sturdy in your hand. Like they're not going to break as easily.
And not as brittle.
But I mean, what you're paying for is a luxury.
Yeah, a lot of it's the brand name.
Yeah, I'm really just trying to be able to be high in public and no one knows. No, I'm just kidding.
That's gonna help.
I'm not smoking weed.
It's gonna help.
But to block out the sun, to walk around and have that feeling of a little bit of privacy.
Yeah,
that's what I have them for. And these provide the same level of a little bit of privacy as Oakleys do.
Yeah,
they
remind me of like
a tenth of the cost.
I don't know why, but every time I see lenses of that frame style and that color, or not even that color, but it's like color in general, I just get reminded of like a snowboarding. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
fucking Shaun White, dog.
I'm into that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I bought the reds and I was just like, I'll wait until it doesn't hit with the fit, and then maybe I'll be like, oh, let me get some black ones so that way I can make sure my fit's always hitting. Just haven't run into that problem yet. They just go with everything. I'm like tan and orange and maroon and red. That'll work. Fuck it. Yeah, that's good. I was wearing navy blue and a white polo with blue stripes yesterday. Orange on the sunglasses. I went to UTSA graduation. Perfect.
Boom.
Just can't miss.
Nice, bro. Fucking hitting from Steph range, Dick.
Yeah, HEB sells glasses.
Yeah.
Where else do you buy glasses from?
Walmart, HEB.
The mall.
Maybe the mall. Maybe in a street kiosk in Vegas. Maybe at the fucking
gas station.
That there we go. That's the one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say gas stations and Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to the river. You're going to the whatever the hell. You're getting ice. You're getting gas. You're getting beer. You're getting snacks. You're getting sunglasses.
That'll work. They sell Oakleys at Buc-ee's.
Really?
Yeah, they got
Holy
a
shit.
big container of them, big case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I think that they're charging fucking full price.
I was gonna say, what do they typically charge for?
Oh man,
100 plus, right?
2 and 3 probably.
2 and 3.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Damn, son. That's wild.
You can go to the Oakley outlet and get a good deal.
Really?
Yeah, I guess I said outlet, but at La Cantera there's an Oakley store, and in that Oakley store they have a case of like discounted Oakleys, and it's just like the ones that I wanted were in there last time I went. You just can't customize like that. That's the difference. Is like you could say I want this color with this color frame with these color nose things. Put them together for me, cowboy. Or you can say I'll just take those ones right there, and they're cheaper.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Not as much customization.
Yeah, but they were all black, so I was like, that's perfect.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, black just murders with everything, man.
Murder squad, murder.
Black and white, like, you're good.
Can't miss, dude.
You can't miss. There is such foundational colors on the color palette.
Yeah. Oakleys were like a thing I'd ask for my birthday, Christmas. It's like not an everyday expense. You can't just be like, got a paycheck, I'm going to buy some Oakleys.
For an everyday problem,
well, you can, and I have before, but you shouldn't.
The everyday problem of just like, it's bright.
Yeah.
Say it's bright a lot. It's bright often.
The other thing, now that I'm wearing sunglasses, I really don't want to go outside without them. So I was driving yesterday with no sunglasses. They weren't in my car. I left them on my bed. I was like, fuck.
Damn.
That's the whole story.
I'm not... That's it. Finn. I love sunglasses. It's like I guess I guess I have mixed feelings for sure, mixed reviews, because I'm one of the folk that need glasses. So if I'm wearing sunglasses, I have to compromise vision for sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? I have to compromise the actual clarity of vision for like the clarity of vision.
Right.
So it's like, shit. It's a dance you got to do, unless I put in the contacts. Usually, like if we're going to like Schlitterbahn or to like a water park, SeaWorld, or any water park, really. Definitely like Six Flags was the one that initially came to mind, because that's the one I actually go to. I haven't been to Schlitterbahn in years and never been to SeaWorld.
I like that you pulled Schlitterbahn.
I'm not sure where those came from.
I'm trying to go.
Because you were talking about Schlitterbahn in the last pod, yeah.
My stepbrother's birthday is September 2nd. They want to go too.
Fuck yeah, let's get a group.
We're gonna get a group. We're gonna turn up.
Let's get a fucking fun time going. Play some
the
Taboo and
Boogie Bond.
fucking Rummy Cube and you not Nazis, not Nazis at all. Yahtzees.
Yeah.
Nazis are not allowed to play Yahtzee with me.
No, definitely not.
Fuck that.
They say Elon Musk is a Nazi. Kanye West might really be a Nazi.
Whoa.
Oops.
Conniesels. All I've heard is Joe and Duncan talking about it. It's all I've seen. I know is controversial cover art, controversial lyrics, controversial everything else. I've just heard talks about the controversy. I haven't heard what the controversial source. I haven't even seen it or heard it at all. I'm not even sure if I want to. But I know there's some shit out there that Kanye's been doing that people are not the super most happiest with.
I found a way to defend him through the...
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
Well, through the Jewish stuff where he got dropped by Adidas.
Okay.
Found a lane to defend him. I could understand where he was coming from.
Okay.
Kind of said something off the cuff that was more in his real life. He kind of explained it like, imagine you're a basketball player, and then imagine it's like... Just for example, it's like your agent's a Mexican dude, your coach is a Mexican dude. Sorry, not your coach, but your agent, God, I forget what he said. He's like
business associates?
Yeah, all of your business associates, all the people that handle your contracts and your businesses, and when you're talking about your money all the way through, it's like all those people were like Mexican people, but then the other people that you dealt with all the time, like weren't Mexican people. It's like you might just like be like, man, I'm kind of getting screwed over by the Mexicans. It's like, I meant to like that. I didn't mean like fuck the Jewish people, but the Jewish people kind of have this like, because of the Holocaust, Nazis. It's like you say something like that, you sound like you're a big old bigot, But I was just trying to say like, man, it's like my driver was a Jewish guy, and then my agent was a Jewish guy, and then my contact for the news outlets was a Jewish guy, and then the accountant's a Jewish guy, and I was just like, the fucking Jewish people are kind of screwing me over right now.
All these people.
Yeah. And he's like, then it got blown way out of proportion, and I shouldn't have even said it in the first place. But also, I wasn't expecting it to go viral like that. I was just kind of like talking. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was like, I can kind of understand maybe how that happens. I'm not saying that it makes them. I'm not trying to excuse the behavior or whatever. But this shit, I don't know how you fucking explain that away.
Yeah, I guess he apparently has made a song about not about Hitler, but it's in the hook. Talking about like Hail Hitler. It sounds terrible. It sounds awful.
I can't believe you just said that on the pod.
Jesus Christ! Don't cancel us.
We're talking about.
I'm talking about Kanye.
You're being a truth teller.
Apparently, I don't even know, to be honest with you.
I don't want to listen
I can't
to
even.
it. I don't.
I can't even confirm this or not because I haven't seen it myself. I've stumbled across other people talking about it.
I saw a thread that said they killed Kanye West like 5 years ago.
Okay, love it.
And then now this is all just like around the time Jesus is King came out, they just fucking killed that guy.
So like the fake proposed fake Kanye made Jesus is King, or right after that?
Right after that.
Okay.
And then
She maybe dog. That boy was. I was just thinking about that, or like in regards to like him making this crazy song. I was like, this is the same guy that made J.I.K., who's the same guy that made Last Call. Like, what happened there?
Graduation.
Through the wire.
How do we?
What do we? Jewish people. Yeezy, Reebok,
Yay.
Jesus. What happened?
I
How did we get here?
I saw a thread that was like, they killed Kanye. This is a clone. And
isn't there like an Avril Lavigne theory in the same vein?
that she's got a clone too?
Yeah, they killed Avril Lavigne after like Skater Boy or some shit. I don't know. She was popping back in the day. Remember? Crazy.
I said, see you later, boy.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, she was popping.
She was going nuts. I just remember hearing the same type of story you're talking about.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that with the celebrity instead of Kanye being Avril Lavigne or something. But it's strange. I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know if it makes sense, but something, we're hitting some truth by being perplexed as to how we got here, Kanye. From college dropout, graduation, doing all your crazy shit, Life of Pablo, and then truly making a gospel album, Jesus is King. He's a strange
Some
artist.
people would say mental illness.
Yeah, that was a thing going on. He was on medication or on some sort of prescription drug that may have gotten out of hand. It may not have been. Yeehaw. I don't know.
They say that Paul McCartney from
Beatles?
the Beatles died in a car crash in 1966 and was replaced by a lookalike named Billy Shears.
What?
The evidence, hidden messages in Beatles songs, Turn Me On, Dead Man, When Revolution 9 is played backwards, cryptic lyrics, visual cues, and album covers, e.g. Abbey Road. Reality, pure myth, but arguably the most famous celebrity replacement theory of all time. Avril Lavigne, number 2.
Come on, diggies.
Dog's nasty.
So Pauly McCart's number 1, celebrity replacement theory.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't even know that one.
No, number 2.
Back when the Beatles were still popping?
1966, they said this happened.
Yo.
Let's look at the album cover for Abbey Road real quick. This is interesting as fuck. We found it good.
Yeah, what? So Paul McCartney on the Beatles, they were popping the fuck off, and there's, I guess, some of the potential conspiratorial proof is this album cover, some cryptic lyrics, playing a song backwards that says some cryptic shit too.
Yeah, apparently playing it backwards, it says,
"Turn Me On, Dead Man."
Yeah, which I guess
maybe referring to Paul McCartney dying.
Yeah.
All this would be in the vein of kind of what we were talking about last time. Last time we were talking about NBA, NFL, organized sports, the rigging of the games, making them more predictable to make the most amount of money, more predictable to make gambling money, and more predictable to make the best story, to produce the best money, people buying the more tickets, all that shit. All in the spirit of making more money. So maybe the music might be in the same sort of thing. Well, you just said celebrity replacements, right? Not musical figures.
Yeah, but these are all musicians. That be popping up. But yeah,
okay. Maybe so maybe the music industry is also in the same. Maybe they're everyone's in the fucking business of making more money. Nobody goes into a new year, goes into 2026 coming up in a couple months and says, you know what? One of my goals this year, I want to make less money than I did last year. No one says that. That's such a super anti-human thing because we're always trying to grow. Things we know over time that things that don't grow die. If it's not growing, it's dying. If it's not growing, it can't feed us and we're going to die. So we need to have things growing. That's like our indicator of life happening like good, quote unquote. So maybe it's like a thing that's just in us inherently, naturally, but maybe it's just getting taken to the fucking nth degree with big business and people making billions of dollars, trillions of dollars.
Oh, you're talking about billionaire talk.
Talking about B's and T's, baby.
Yo, check this out. So Abbey Road, it's the classic Beatles going across.
Yeah, across
the road.
the walkway. So that's what that is. Abbey Road.
4 Beatles.
So I didn't even know that off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like, Abby, you never seen Abbey Road? Are you a fucking swine?
I was born in 1994.
Are you
bro.
a sack of dog shit? Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry is what I am.
I'm 30.
But I do know. I've seen that picture.
Me too. It's iconic.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what they say about it. So the famous cover was shot and they held up traffic for 10 minutes, but afterwards there was already an American newspaper that said that there was a report that Paul McCartney had been in an accident and died. And then they released this after the conspiracy had been like, is this guy dead? What are we talking about here?
So there was already, when that picture was taken, there was a report of his death.
Yes.
In America? Is he died in America? Is that what it's saying?
Yes. It says, shortly before the release of Abbey Road album, an American newspaper ran a story that claimed Paul McCartney had died in a car accident in 1966 and that the current Paul was actually a lookalike called William Campbell. The rumors gathered pace, and when Abbey Road arrived that October, its sleeve was pronounced by conspiracy theories as final proof of Macca's demise. I don't know why they call him Macca. Maybe that's his nickname.
McCartney?
Oh, yeah. There we go. Macca's a weird abbreviation for that.
Yeah, wait, what?
Inevitably, the clues were somewhat tenuous. McCartney was out of step with his bandmates, his eyes were closed, and he wasn't wearing shoes like a buried body. He held a cigarette in his right hand despite being left-handed. Over his shoulder was a Volkswagen with a number plate interpreted as 2AIF, i.e. McCartney would have been 28 if he had lived, although he actually died at 27. And
whoa,
the order in which the 4 Beatles were arranged was also deemed significant. John Lennon, bearded and dressed in all white, represented Jesus. Ringo Starr in a sober black suit was the Undertaker. George Harrison's jeans... Yo, it just tried to trip me out. George Harrison's jeans and denim shirt made him the Gravedigger. And then, dude, when you look at it from that perspective, it is kind of crazy.
Yo, that's kind of cool.
It's kind of cracked. Like, it has the dude in all white up front, and then the guy in all black next, and then they have the third guy would be McCartney with his eyes closed, and he has no shoes on. Why does he have no shoes? Everyone else is wearing shoes. And then the last guy is wearing like a denim.
Like a normal attire. Yeah, he's not wearing shoes. But they're saying that this guy in the picture for Abbey Road is not him.
No.
It's the guy that they've gotten to replace him.
Yeah.
So they can keep on being the Beatles.
Yes.
And keep on making money.
Big B's.
Big old B's and
Big
T's and the Beatles. Yo, I've never heard of that one. That's fucking crazy. And he's left-handed?
Yeah, and he's got a cigarette in his right hand. I mean,
definitely has a cigarette in his right hand. Did he smoke?
Yeah, probably.
Interesting.
But also,
that's
like,
cool.
The camera, that's kind of cracked, right?
That's kind of eerie. I kind of like it though.
Trying to see if there was like any. I'm like, is there steam to that? Or, I don't know. That doesn't really give us any more, but that's fine. That's what I was looking for. They say that's the most famous one. So I guess like in the 60s, that was probably like a big conspiracy theory.
Isn't Paul McCartney still doing shit today?
Was that a different Paul McCartney?
I don't think so.
Same. Yeah, he's got that. And I got 4-5 seconds to while.
Yeah, Paul McCartney, Rihanna, and Kanye.
Yeah, that song's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Unless it's not him, unless it's a lookalike who just looks very much like him, and he's been the doppelganger. So hold on, whenever you were talking about the doppelganger, you gave there was 2 different names or proposed names for this lookalike person.
Yeah, ChatGPT says his name is Billy Shears.
Shears, and then the other article said what?
It says. Sorry, I scrolled down, and this is a fucking. You ever get on a website where it's just so many pop-ups, bro? Like, really trying to get me here. This guy's name would have been. Campbell?
Something like that.
Here we go. William Campbell.
Okay. So Billy Shears or William Campbell. Get your shit together, ChatGPT.
Sometimes it's just
Get your
wrong.
shit together.
Here, let's get into this one. It says, Avril Lavigne.
Okay, yeah, I remember hearing about this.
Claim Avril Lavigne died in early 2000s and was replaced by a lookalike named Melissa Vandella. Evidence: changes in facial features, handwriting, fashion style, and tone of music. Reality: Avril has addressed this multiple times and as absurd, but the theory has a strong meme presence online. So that's the thing. If you listen to the Beatles and you were like a fan of the Beatles, and then they like replaced them with like someone who didn't quite look like the dude, you'd be like, "Yo, I don't think that's the guy. He doesn't even sound like the same. It's close, but it's not the same.
Something's off.
Something's off here." Like if they replaced Big Sean, I'd be like, I don't think this is Sean.
I would like to think I would be able to determine and to differentiate just like through energy. I've never been in human contact with him, but I've listened to enough of his shit and seen enough of his stuff to have a general inclination of who he is.
Should we be thinking
he
the same
feels
thing
like.
about Kanye? I don't know.
I think, well, the thing with him is that it's a little weirder. There's a little bit more of a wild card element aspect variable with taking into consideration. Is that he's already kind of crazy. So for him to do like, it'd be hard for us to determine what outlandish shit would be that he wouldn't do. You know, he was already kind of black skinheads, I am God, right after Blood on the Leaves. So I was like, I don't know. I kind of love this guy. Bum, 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 bum.
Ugh. Yeah. Okay, let's just go down this list real quick. Eminem. Claim Eminem died in mid-2000s, often around 2006, and was replaced by a clone or AI-enhanced double. Evidence changes in rap style, voice appearance, and a more subdued personality post-hiatus. No credible evidence, but
some of the evidence as far as change in music style is like they just change as a human, you know. So like they're expressing different things now in a different era and chapter of life.
Sure,
like, that just happens, you know.
Did you see M in the Super Bowl that one time where he's like, sorry, I can't see my eyes, but he's like super bug-eyed.
Eminem in the Super Bowl being super bug-eyed?
Yeah, he's like
recently?
Yeah, I think he was like performing at halftime maybe. So then they bring him into like the booth. It was probably like 6 years ago.
I can't remember. Was he like, he was the main person or he was like an additional part of the act?
Maybe he wasn't even performing. Maybe he was just like there. But he's in like the fucking stadium booth with the announcers.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and they flashed to him and he's sitting there like super bug-eyed and like freaking out, like tweaking.
Yeah, almost like looking off into space and like he's on and out.
Yeah.
And like I remember seeing that on the internet, and I think people were giving credit to that as something he was doing on purpose to be funny and like seem extra awkward because he did feel kind of uncomfortable and awkward. So he's like played into that a little bit more so.
Oh yeah, or he had anxiety and took a Xanax and then was tweaking a second. Like I've heard it, but
Bravo.
I remember thinking that's weird.
Mm-hmm. So Eminem, that was the third most popular.
Yep.
Damn.
Gucci Mane, the rapper, was cloned after his release from prison in 2016 due to a noticeably fitter appearance and changed demeanor.
Okay, get the fuck out of here. Just because he gets yoked up a little bit. Come on.
I remember when this one came out, and I remember thinking, they might have cloned that fucker.
Really?
He looked different. He just looks so different. Here, hold on.
People change. People are saying the same shit about Alex Jones nowadays because he's like got a personal trainer and is working out hard and has lost a lot of weight and looks a lot better.
True.
I don't know.
Can
we clone?
I don't think you can clone.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. You definitely clone a dog.
Haven't we done that kind of shit?
Yeah,
Or by we, I mean the government.
You can clone a dog.
The powers that be.
You could pay for it.
What?
Yeah, you just like take a sample.
Like you and I.
Yeah.
How?
It's kind of expensive, but there's a guy on Joe Rogan just a couple weeks ago that said that his wife really. Well, first of all, he's like cloned direwolves.
I remember hearing about that episode. I didn't listen to it, but I know that was a big popular like scientific discovery in culture. And then I remember that he was on Joe very, very shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
So that guy was talking about cloning dogs too?
Yeah, I think it's the CRISPR technology is what it is, but he...
Why does it sound familiar? It sounds like a fucking bad guy in a video game.
CRISPR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It sounds like an organization that hires people to do some fucked up experiments on animals and kids.
That ain't a video game. That's real life.
Shit. Where did I hear that before? I don't know. Continue.
Joe's always talking about that's going to be how you can mess with your genes and give yourself fucking wings and make yourself have like fucking like an elephant tusk.
CRISPR technology?
Yeah, that's good.
Got a horse cock.
It is.
That's what we're talking about, CRISPR. That's where the origin story of that idea came from.
Yeah, that's the gene editing shit we can do. But then this guy who was bringing back direwolves was pretty much like his wife wanted him to clone their dog.
They love their dog so much they wanted to clone it.
Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you, lady.
Yeah, you definitely could do that.
The origin story came from a place of love. Yeah, man, I've had that thought about my dog. I'm like, man, I'm going to be so sad when you die. This dog is so... It's going to be hard for the dogs who come after you, Mooby. It's going to be hard for them to live up to the Mooby name. You were a good boy. Just a truly legitimate good boy. Sweet boy.
He's a good dog.
He's just a sweet boy. He's nice. He's good with the babies. We have like a lot of little kids,
Yeah.
like around often. Not often, but definitely around. And he's super chill with them, super gentle, super sweet. He's got some pit bull in him, so he looks really scary, which is kind of a plus for us because people are like less inclined to fuck with a scary looking dog.
Oh yeah.
So he's just like the best. So cloning him, that would be kind of cool. I could just have it. I could create the instance of him having children somehow. Find a dog for him to breed with. Make it happen. Get some Mubi babies, or I can clone Mubi directly. Like, what is better exactly? I don't know. The cloning him directly seems weirder.
It seems weird.
It seems
dog.
weirder.
The dude was saying that the dog would go and sit in the same place that their old dog would sit. Like
Act exactly the same.
It was just like a spot where the sun would come through the windows. It wasn't like a bed or like a chair. It was just like a spot in the house the dog would lay down at. And now the new clone dog goes and just lays down right there.
What? So he did this.
Yeah.
He cloned his dog.
Yep.
And it's available to us, the same service?
Yeah. Or I remember my dad talking about doing the same thing. Here, I'm going to show you this picture of Gucci.
Gucci!
Oh my God. I swear. You start looking up shit like this and you get the sketchiest websites.
Okay, so this is Gucci Mane.
Gucci Melliflow.
I guess he looks different. He definitely looks different in the face, but maybe that could just be age and he lost weight and he's got a beard.
Working out, Botox, facial hair. New man. You want to look hot when you're 40? It's not impossible.
Nah, dog, not at all. Dang, me working out till I'm 70, bro. Give a fuck. Me yoked up till I'm in the coffin, cuh.
Clone my dog business.
Yo.
Via Gen Pets and England, top dog cloning company.
There's a Google search results.
Dog cloning through Via Gen Pets presents an opportunity for dog owners to open a new window for extending their relationship with their beloved pets.
Wow.
Clone your dog. Let's
right
see.
there.
I would like to start genetic preservation. And let's see. Yeah, it wants to know about my pet's name and it wants to know what's up, and then they're going to call me back and we're going to discuss the price. This is in Whitesboro, Texas.
What the fuck? Texas company, and there's multiple search results for this thing?
Let's see. So that's Via
That's the top dog cloning company result on Google.
Alfie Invention Biotech is a sponsored. Another sponsored is Biovinic. This is AI overview. The pet cloning business, particularly for dogs and cats, is a growing niche with only one company in the United States, Via Gen Pets and Equine.
That's the one.
Currently offering this service. The cost for cloning a dog or cat is $50,000.
Wowzers in my trousers! What? 50 racks? Or I could just have my dog, just reproduce naturally. It's not going to be the same exact dog. It's going to be 50-50 mixed with the mother. But
go
50 racks? Yo!
Kind of fucked up.
That's insanity. Okay, so this is literally happening. You can go buy a fucking clone dog. You can clone. I guess, can you buy a cloned dog? Or you need to clone your own dog. You need to have an OG copy for them to make the clone.
You think they print out like
multiple clones?
Yeah, right.
They're like, that dog is so badass. Like, I want that dog.
Can I get the Model T dog?
But no, you can just get the fucking dog from a breeder. I don't know, unless there's special reason to get the cloned dog. Like, nah, this dog's specific genetics are so pure that if you were to mix it with anything else, it would only make it lesser.
Yeah.
So you need to buy this dog. It's
like,
dude, that's the fucking Bernese Mountain Dog of Bernese Mountain Dogs. That's the Entei of Bernese Mountain Dogs. I want that one.
That would be pretty cool too. I'm trying to think, like, this is Theodore Roosevelt's exact dog.
Yeah. This is him.
That'd be kind of a flex, right?
This is Lassie. Like the Lassie dog.
That'd be kind of a weird flex, but maybe a reason to do it.
I don't know. So we can do this now.
I only feel so confidently because Joe was talking about it with the guy. They had a whole interview about it.
We just found it too on Google.
Yeah, true.
A Texas-based company is making cloned dogs and cats and selling them for 50 racks. So, all that being said, is it so crazy to think of? So it's gone to that level. So you know that there's information that's disclosed to us as the public is limited for good reason. I get it. I worked in a restaurant. I worked in management. I have kids. I get it. You don't want to tell them everything always all the time. So I get it. We have a limited amount of information. So the stuff that we know about is like the fucking trickle down from the actual source of what's actually happening.
Bare minimum.
Bare
You
minimum.
need to know.
You can say that about aliens. You can say that about this cloning shit. Whatever you want, whatever breed, whatever fucking niche or market, business. We're getting like the bottom of the information. There's like a general source of the information, and that's way out of our reach. So if we as a public, normal peoples, anyone in the world can just Google clone my dog and go to this company or email them, contact them. I want my dog cloned. I have $50,000. Hook it up. Boom, boom, bingo. You got your boy Bingo back. Bingo's back in his bitch.
If you're rich,
and he was a good boy, and that was his name-o.
Bingo never left.
Never left, cuz.
What kind of weird fucking let go, pussy?
So we can do that at our level, our general public level. Like anyone could just do that. So then up that stream of like informational tree, at the top of that tree, how deep are we into the like humans as humans? How deep are we into cloning? If we could just do that as a public, how like the people who are at the fucking forefront foraging into the unknown territory of cloning things, what the fuck do they know? What are they doing? So is it so crazy to think that we might be able to clone Kanye West if we kill him? Or to clone, maybe we were doing this in the 60s? Clone Paul McCartney in the 60s?
That's, well, they just said it was
No, that
a
wasn't a clone. That was a
replacement.
replacement. Okay. See, that's different.
That's different.
That's different.
That's just a...
We're talking about Kanye getting cloned, right?
It's a psyop. Well, dude, check this out. So
Okay.
number 5, Beyonce. Claim
Whoa.
she's part of the Illuminati, may have been cloned or replaced by a body double after a mysterious hiatus or during her Sasha Fierce era. A lot of weird clips out there, cryptic interviews. Okay, Taylor Swift is number 6.
Yo.
Claim she's a clone of, I don't even want to say this lady's name, former Church of Satan, priestess and daughter of a famous person in that church. Evidence, facial similarity, memes, and fringe occult references. The reality total conspiracy with zero factual basis, but it blew up briefly on YouTube and Reddit, which I will be checking out later. Number 7, Britney Spears. We've heard that one for a little bit.
I think I've heard that one before, yeah.
Number 8, Kanye West.
Yeezy.
Got him.
They say that this is like a recent one, right? Or I guess what are they saying? This happened before the current Hitler song?
Kanye was cloned or mind controlled after multiple breakdowns and reappearances with radically different views or behavior. Evidence, appearance changes, erratic public behavior, religious transformation, reality, personal shifts due to mental health, trauma, and spiritual change, not cloning. Tell me more about the Kanye.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't give in a true timeline as to when it could have happened, when he got replaced, when did these changes that you speak of happen? Because, as I mentioned, he's kind of just like a wild card, wild, loose cannon anyway. So it's hard to say that he's having erratic public behavior when he kind of has always done that a little bit. Like cutting off Taylor Swift at the fucking Grammys back in high school.
I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you finish in a minute.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, T Swift. Shut the fuck up, okay? That's Bay. That's Bay. Enough said.
I wonder if Jay-Z was like, my dog.
Yeah. On the spectrum of my dog to like, yo, shut the fuck up, bro. Where was Jay-Z on that spectrum?
True. Probably just like eating some popcorn. That guy's crazy.
Oh my God, he's fucking crazy. He ain't wrong. He ain't lying, no.
The sudden change in appearance after certain mental health incidents and disappearances, Kanye came back looking physically different, including a supposed altered facial structure, jawline, and even skin tone. In early 2023, images surfaced of Kanye looking more gaunt with shaved eyebrows and a nearly emotionless expression. Some speculated this was a clone or handler-controlled version in 2023. Personality shift, Kanye, who returned after his 2016 breakdown, and especially his 2018 to 2020 presidential run, was not the same person. Cited changes. Turning to evangelical Christianity, endorsing Donald Trump and wearing the MAGA hat, running for president under a new political party, abruptly shifting from pro-black activism to right-wing ideologies. In 2016, Kanye was hospitalized for temporary psychosis due to sleep deprivation and dehydration after abruptly ending his St. Pablo tour. Some say during that time he was cloned or MK Ultra reprogrammed by unknown powers.
What?
Kanye had...
MK Ultra's the psychedelic shit, right?
Yeah, mind control.
They just LSD'd him to a new personality?
Well, yeah, there's a lady who was talking about mind control in this week's Joe Rogan run, and they were talking about how MK Ultra was also like, just in general, like a mind control, how to get people to do what you want kind of thing.
Okay, LSD was just one of the trials.
Yeah.
Heard.
misdiagnosed, forcibly medicated, is what he told people. So, I don't know.
It's saying that this has been as far back as like 2016, 2018.
Mhm.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me pull up his discography. So let's cross-reference this time frame here, this timeline that they're proposing to me right now. Because I guess you initially said that it was potentially after JIK, Jesus is King,
Yeah.
that he kind of got hit him with a.
Kanye said a few cryptic remarks that add fuel to the fire. One was they want to medicate you into submission. 2, you don't know what they did to me when I was in the hospital. 3, they tried to kill me.
Well, that's pretty wild. 2016 was Life of Pablo. 2013 was before that, and that was Yeezus. That's the one with black skinheads, blood on the leaves. I Am God, I think, or something like that. So Life of Pablo, and then Ye comes out whenever he has that I Hate Being Bipolar, It's Awesome album.
Okay.
What? Yeah. Song's great.
I just got chills thinking about it. I really did. My song is fucking good.
That song is awesome. It's called Ghost Town, I think. Baby,
This song is so good, dog.
got between space and time. Song's great. So I think Kanye can still make that song. Or make that song at that time. They're saying potentially that could have been when the clone started coming out. And then Jesus is King is 2019. So by that point, I guess the clone definitely would have been, or the handler, the dummy version would have been in
Right.
Donda. So the dummy version dropped Donda?
Allegedly. Just like there's no way.
Ah, man. Who knows? Who fucking knows? But
Now that I think about it, probably not cloned.
probably just like somebody else. Replaced with a doppelganger?
Maybe. I mean, the other thing about AI is they could definitely put together some shit. Put together some voice, you know?
Yeah. And I guess there's also one thing in regards to his specific changing doppelganger stunt double switch over with Kanye. So he has like a very defined chin and like jawline, you know what I'm saying? Due to his car crash and his like his surgery, his whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah.
I don't know all the medical details of what he had to have done to his face, but he definitely had to like facial reconstruction surgery with his jaw because he got it all fucked up in a crash, and then he was spitting through the wire. Eating a boost for breakfast and then sure for dessert. Like, come on now.
The more I think about it, because it's like, how many people did he work with on Donda? And none of those people noticed that he was cloned.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people. He had a lot of features on that one.
I'm kind of not buying it anymore. Don't you think they would have realized?
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But now with this Hitler stuff, I don't know.
That sounds like clone shit.
Is that some clone shit?
No, I think he's just...
Might just be playing into his... Because he's always been kind of like that, you know? Always kind of like a little on the edge, on the precipice, on the fucking forefront of being like just anti, you know? Just being anti, whatever. I guess, being anti-establishment, anti-make you do what you want me to do. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. He's always been like that. His whole career, his whole life, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that crazy to believe that he's, you know, just an outlandish kind of person. That's just who he is. But this song is wild and dog.
No, yeah, I'm buying that. I'm buying that he wants to create as much animosity, as much buzz in the headlines. The most controversial thing you could possibly do. He's always trying to think outside how can I get more controversial?
Yeah.
The weirder thing for me, I just figured it out.
Come on.
I just figured it out.
Let us know. Bring us here.
The cloning shit's outlandish.
Okay.
We sound stupid talking about it.
Okay.
Sorry. I mean, it's fun to talk about for sure. But if I actually went into work today and was like, Kanye West is a clone, guys, I'm fucking positive, I'd sound like an idiot. But you know what is definitely true?
Huh.
They tried to call Elon Musk a Nazi.
For sure.
But all over the news.
For sure.
Go to Barnes and Nobles. Go look at the books in the top. The most relevant books. They're fucking burying this guy.
Really?
Yeah. There's videos all over Tesla or all over the internet of people defacing Teslas.
Yeah, a whole bunch of swastikas on the Teslas.
Because that dude threw his heart to everybody.
My heart goes out. Is what he did. I'm just mimicking what he did. I'm not doing anything. I'm mimicking him doing something. That's what he did.
That's what he did. Grabbed his heart.
My heart. goes out to you. You over there. You in the mezzanine.
Exactly what he did. Exactly what he did. Don't try to cancel us for showing you what Elon Musk did.
I'm just a parrot.
Look, do we think that guy is a Nazi?
I doubt it.
I doubt it,
I
dude.
doubt it.
He's a secret Nazi.
What does Nazi even mean anymore? You know what I'm saying? People just throw that word around to make people feel like you're the bad guy. You are the worst of the worst. You kill the innocent. You're the worst of the worst.
Yeah, punch a Nazi. That was like a thing. That was a movement.
We're in the Nazi killing business, and business is good. Inglourious Bastards.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, cuz. Tarantini.
I got the hiccups, sorry.
Oh, no, got the hiccups.
It's okay. I'll come back. I'll recoup from the hiccup.
Recoup from the high coop.
It's a coup.
Dude, there was one time for sure. The wife had hiccups, and I think we were just in the bedroom, just chilling, just watching TV. And then I'm just like, we're just laying there watching TV, and she like hiccups maybe once or twice. And she's like, I got the hiccups. And then like not even 5 seconds later, I'm just like, yeah. Like, and I catch her with this scare in mid hiccup, and it like fucking meets the hiccup at the rim, and like stuffs it, and they're gone.
What? That's true?
They're gone. I remember because I remember hearing that as a myth, maybe not myth. I remember hearing that as, just run of the mill random information. It's like to stop the hiccups, you hold your breath. That's what I would do, or that's like one of the common tropes, like Family Feud. How do you stop hiccuping? Number one answer is hold your breath. Number two, take deep breaths. I've heard that before, like back in middle school. So it's like breath focus to work. Hold it as long as you can, and then whenever you're not holding it, take big, long, deep breaths. And then number three was scare somebody, scare them. I'm not, but it worked. It legitimately worked, y'all. If you ever want to try that shit out,
that's crazy.
Maybe I'm not sure because I've tried it since then. It hasn't worked as successfully as it did that one time. I think partially because I just met her at the rim. I just met the hiccup right at the front of her mouth and her vocal cords.
Stuffed it right
just
down.
Stuffed it with some scare, bro. Her body didn't know what to do. It dropped hiccup. It forgot what to do with hiccuping, and it was like, panic.
That's hilarious.
You're afraid right now. Oh, fear trumps that. Whatever the fuck, just regular habitual hiccuping. I'm not even sure what the medical. Why we hiccup?
It happens to me when I do the Zins or the nicotine gum.
Really?
Yeah. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it happens when you eat too fast or you eat and you drink too closely together or something like that.
I guess so.
I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm not a doctor. But try it out. Scare somebody when they're hiccuping. But I think you might have to meet them at the rim while they're about to hiccup. You guys got to feel it. Just got to kind of get lucky about it. But it happened for sure. But cloning shit.
I'm trying to think about how do you scare someone? The cryptocurrency economy crashed. Bitcoin's worth $0.
Maybe it's not fear like that. Maybe it's just the jump.
Yeah.
The being startled. The being like, oh, God. Like a scary movie, like a pop-out scary movie,
Why are they calling Elon Musk a Nazi? Is he think it's
because they hate him? Because they fucking hate him. Because what's Nazi even mean anymore? It just means bad guy.
Right.
It just means the bad guy. So they just want him to be a bad guy. He's the bad guy. He's a bad guy.
He's with Donald Trump because Doge. That's
why.
Yeah,
yeah, for sure,
Doge.
for sure. Because him and Joe Rogan could have very potentially nearly, I don't know, had they. Okay, so two realities. One reality, Joe Rogan, the current reality. Reality A, today, Joe Rogan and Elon Musk did that podcast. That was right before the election, so it was like Donald Trump. And then Elon Musk, I think, was very shortly thereafter. It was like on election day or the day before election day. Elon and Joe. So we're in that current reality. Alternative reality, they don't do that episode. Is the outcome still the same? Is Trump still the president? I would think so, maybe. It may not have been as large of a victory, potentially, as far as like electoral votes go or whatever. But Elon might now be the bad guy because he did that, potentially. And I don't know about things before that, but that could have definitely been a major catalyst as to why he could have gotten excommunicado, put on a blacklist, a shit list. Let's try to fucking do whatever we can to this guy. Because Joe was already under the radar, under the fucking microscope of like, he's kind of a bad guy. He's talking about taking horse dewormers and fucking
Tried to bury him
COVID.
too, bro.
Fuck that guy. We're gonna make him look green on CNN. So then Elon goes on to his green podcast and fucking just shits on the entire Democratic Party. He's like, if we don't win this election, this might be the last election. It's like, wow, that's a pretty bold statement, Brett.
It's funny. That's what the Democrats are saying about Trump.
Yeah, buddy. Trump's a Nazi. He's a bad guy.
Of course he is.
Bad guy. He's a bad guy. The worst of the worst.
Put some fucking sunglasses on. Stop believing everything you read. Okay? Like, goddamn, bro. You're getting lied to a lot. I swear to you, you're getting lied to a lot. The vaccine didn't work.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. They knew it wasn't working.
They knew it didn't do what it was supposed to do, at the very least.
Not only did it not do what it was
I could say
supposed
that
to do.
factually without getting taken down.
Oh, God, I forgot.
It didn't do what it was supposed to do. Facts.
Anthony Fauci and Joe Biden up there talking about how it's going to be a dark, bleak winter for the people that don't want to get vaxxed. The death rates are going to rise. They will suffer.
Yeah, suffering.
They tried to label malinformation. It's like, that information is true, but it might cause vaccine hesitancy. Therefore, it's bad information. We shouldn't be promoting bad information.
Malinformation, misinformation, disinformation.
Come on.
They're trying to ban shit on disinformation. It's like, that's what... we can't... We're gonna outlaw lying. Like,
I wish.
I wish we could. I wish we fucking could. Pussies, like, come on. Who wants to play that game? None of y'all want to play that game.
They don't.
We can't outlaw lying. Like...
They're trying to outlaw
What the fuck you want me to do? Okay.
They wanted to outlaw truth. They were like, that truth isn't helpful, so don't. We're gonna go.
That's the thing that's going on.
That's
Not truth,
crazy.
but the truth that's unfortunate, or the truth that's gonna cause a hiccup or cause a wrench to be thrown into your fucking machine you got going on.
Yeah,
over here.
counter narrative.
Yeah.
So that you can make billions on the vaccine.
Yeah.
So you can tell them that everybody needs it.
Everybody needs it.
Babies need it. Fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, and your little babies. And
Dude.
your kids.
That's
Think of the children. Okay.
That's what they told us.
That's what they tell. That's like the
what they told
tagline to just add emphasis to tug on a heartstring for sure. It's like, and the kids.
Oh God, the children.
Think about the children.
Yeah, me, I'm okay, but the kids.
Children.
Dude.
Don't you want your children to grow up in a world where we don't have to worry about these problems?
Sure, of course.
Fucking duh, bruh. But it just is the nature of the game. There's a game that's going on here. And by game, I mean there is a organized structure. There's no video game without a creator of the video game. And whenever they create the video game, they make the fucking walls, you know? They make the ground and they make the walls. And they make the IVs and EVs that go into the Pokemon. You know, like it gets that deep. Imagine how deep our life gets or our game that we're experiencing gets.
Are you talking about God?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This shit is ridiculous.
Oh, unfathomable, dude.
It's just into the game. We're playing a dangerous game. Like,
How does
we're not going to get into the world where we can escape danger and escape bullshit. But they're like, oh, listen to us. Give us the control. Give us the reins. And we will create a society where we don't have to worry about where your kids' children, your grandchildren won't have to worry about X, Y, or Z because we'll be in control and we'll make sure that won't happen. Like, that's the pitch. That's the fucking pitch all the time. That's what all the politicians are trying to do subconsciously, or not even subconsciously, but like subliminally underneath the guise of vote for me, I'm gonna lower your taxes, I'm gonna make your everyday life better, I'm here for the common man or the common woman, whoever you identify as. Give me your vote. Give us the control. Give me the reins of what's going on here, and I'll make sure that we're all good. You can trust me.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers be doing that on the real.
Yeah, dog. In the workplace, they're doing that, dog.
That's control.
That's what your boss has to do. Everyone's boss is doing that. And the bosses that are the best are the bosses that know that and like can transcend that and say like, I don't know what's going on all the time. Let's figure this shit out. I'm here to work. Let's fucking make this shit better.
And what's your directive? What are you trying to do? Some people are trying to make money,
Make money.
keep their money,
Make more money.
and just do whatever narrative it takes to run that train into oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
dog.
not what I'm trying to do. I'm
Nah, dog.
trying to be the fucking best.
Yeah, dog.
You know who took a pay cut?
Larry Bird.
Yep. You know who else took a pay cut?
Who?
Tom Brady.
Yeah?
Yeah. Took a bunch of pay cuts.
Come on.
Trying to have the best fucking team. Trying to win championships, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the pursuit of a championship, I think Patrick Mahomes restructured his deal.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Create some more money for some more chips. It's not just about money, dog.
It's not.
Money's the root of all evil, dog.
Yeah, the love or the lust for money, the desire for more money is the root That's where corruption comes from.
Yep.
The desire to get more money at any means necessary. It's like, yeah, I don't think money is inherently bad. It just is what it is. It's a money. It's a tool. But the desire that comes from your heart to inhibit good actions and to execute bad actions, like that thing that animates you to rob someone or animates you to do a fucking raw deal or to push out a product that you know is not tested properly and you know it's going to malfunction and there's going to be lawsuits and injuries and potential deaths on your quote unquote hands, but you don't give a fuck because you're going to sell 400,000 units at $80 each and you're going to make some fucking money real quick. Bingo bango, you're going to get fined because of all the malfunctions. Give a fuck. We're going to lose 12% of our sales. Also take the 88. Give a fuck.
And he was
see you later.
He was in the government. He actually got pre-pardoned. You can look this up. Anthony Fauci has been pardoned.
I think I remember hearing Joe and Jamie talk about that, right?
Yeah, for any kind of criminal charges that might have happened over the years of COVID. It's been pre-pardoned. For what?
That's just so fucked up.
How fucked up is that?
That's so stupid.
That's fucking crazy.
You get a get out of jail free card, literally. It's like, we're not saying he did. We're not saying he needs this. But if the situation ever arises where he might find himself in need of a get out of jail free card, we're gonna slide that over to him right now.
We're gonna do that right before Donald Trump takes over and we're no longer in the office.
Deuces.
It's fucking crazy,
that just
dude.
smells like sardines, cuz.
Dude, I saw a teacher at graduation for UTSA, right?
Shout out all the graduates. New chapters, next levels, certificate, licenses, whatever the hell it is. Good job. Congratulations. You did the thing. That's
a long trick.
That's almost better than the thing itself. It's just doing the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just do the thing. That's life.
Be way more excited to graduate than to work a job. Get a degree.
Yeah. You did the thing. You got the social experience. Hopefully you get the social experience. Regardless. If not, you still did the thing. We're proud of you. Good fucking job, bro. Lady bros. Good job, dude.
It's hard to do.
Let's go.
Long commitment. You know, what's the last thing? Have you done anything for 4 years straight?
Work in this restaurant industry.
In the industry, yeah. I never stayed at one restaurant for 4 years, but...
No. Not even close.
I saw a teacher at this graduation. They got like the students and they got like the teachers.
Yeah.
What's up with the funny outfits?
She's a teacher of like the graduates or like a teacher in the stands.
It was a guy, and he was like,
oh, God, that was sexist of me. That was so sexist. I'm sorry. Don't cancel me, bro. I'm sorry.
I didn't even go there. I don't blame you for that. Your brain was just generating an image.
Yeah.
You're not racist. You're not bigot for that.
It was fucking, you were like a teacher, and I was like a woman, obviously.
50-50 guess.
It's more than that for sure. It's just statistically speaking, you know?
Yeah. I had way more lady teachers than guy teachers.
There's like way more lady teachers and lady nurses than male nurses and teachers.
Yeah, scientifically proven.
This is what's going on here.
Women gravitate to jobs where they
Taking
work
care
with
of people.
Bang,
Yeah.
that's science.
That's just fucking biology.
A good guess, if you will.
Yeah. Statistically, a good bet.
Right.
I was wrong.
Well, yeah. But maybe that even checks out even more with what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So this guy, you know, the funny outfits trip me out too.
Funny outfits as far as like the graduate gown and cap and gown?
Why are the teachers wearing gowns?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you
You're not graduating, pussy. What the fuck you doing?
What are you signaling there? Why do you wear... Like, there was one dude who was wearing, like, the guy who was giving the speech was wearing this extravagant gown and this big chain, like a 2 chains chain. Like,
What was the medallion?
I don't even remember. It
Was
wasn't
like a circle?
Yeah, it wasn't like a roadrunner per se, but it was some kind of symbol. And I was just like, I looked at my brother and I was like, this guy doesn't wear that anywhere else in his life. He doesn't go out to dinner with the
fucking garb and the chain on, dog.
It's like, this is like ritualistic.
This is like Halloween type shit.
Yeah. And even with the graduates, I'm like, they're never going to wear that gown again. I guess it's literally like a ceremonial garb.
Gone. Goodbye. You might keep the hat. If you if you decorate the hat, some people do that as like a tradition kind of thing. They fucking decorate it with, I don't know, their major or their job or like the job they got or whatever, some sort of college related artwork.
Yeah, totally.
So you might keep the hat. Everything else is fucking gone though.
I think I have my high school graduation hat still. I think I kept it.
I don't think I have any of it.
I think yours is better. I think it's better to get rid of move on. Grow up.
Grow the fuck up. Get a job. You're never gonna wear that shit again, dog.
This teacher wearing this big ass robe, different guy. There was like a pool of like 10, 15 teachers who were seated with the graduates who got up and were standing at one point. This guy was just wearing a mask.
Like a medical mask?
Like a COVID mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the blue one?
It wasn't one of those. It was like a black one, like a little nicer version of that one. It wasn't like a custom one. It was probably one you buy in a box with like 20 or 30.
Yeah. I'm sure. I think I bought that one.
Yeah.
That box of black ones.
I was just like, what?
Remember that? Sorry, continue.
What are you doing? What?
Only person masked up.
Only teacher? Yeah, I didn't see anybody else wearing a mask. And I was just like, there's a lady at my HEB. If I go in the mornings, I see her.
Okay.
She gives terrible service.
Awful.
She works in the self-checkout lane, right?
Okay.
Which is where I tend to go. Here's my thing. When I'm in the self-checkout lane and I've emptied my basket and I'm scanning and I'm paying, you can take my basket for me. That'd be nice. I've seen other people do it.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
Make me take an extra trip to the basket drop-off. Or you can just take it for me. This lady just sits on her fucking phone.
Oh, man.
Never takes my basket. On top of that, she wears a mask.
Mask wearer. Always?
Yeah, every morning.
And it's been like this for like a long time?
I noticed it maybe a month ago.
So at least a month's worth of masks interactions.
Yeah.
That's a long time. You're not sick for that long.
No. I think she's...
I was going to say, benefit of the doubt. I know my mom, I was just talking to her last couple of weekends, and she was sick. Like, been pretty bad sick. Like, sick, the most sick she's been in a minute. And, like, coughing, sneezing, losing her sense of taste. Like, took a COVID test, no COVID, but whatever. Some sort of flu-like symptom type shit. Had that for, like, a week. And then she was like, I think I might want to wear a mask after get on this airplane or whatever. I don't want to get other people sick. I don't want to get even more sick. Whatever. Consideration. Benefit of the doubt. Maybe that guy's sick. HEB lady for a month though. What the fuck you doing?
There's people out there that just still be wearing the mask.
Yeah.
It was like a brain thing that happened.
That's it. It's an identity brain thing. What happened? Or identity. I say identity thing, but maybe not like identity as like I'm the person who wears a mask, but like I'm a person who follows the rules, and I listen to the governing bodies that create the rules, regardless of what the rules are or what I personally believe about the rules. I am someone who follows the rules that the governing body creates for us as humans, as Americans. I'm gonna do that because I'm a good American. I'm a good person. I'm a good follower. You're a pussy, dick.
Bruh.
Sorry, pardon my French.
You heard about the Tuskegee experiment? You heard about fucking MK Ultra?
Yeah.
You heard about fucking the Iraq War, weapons of mass destruction? There is a lot of points throughout history where the government was not necessarily looking out for your best interests.
100% truthful.
Come on, man.
With regulations and rules that have been created.
You're just blindly following the government. Like, dude, the government in Canada wanted to cancel Jordan Peterson because he told them that...
Don't limit our freedom of speech.
Yeah. That demanding that people use the pronouns that the students want through civil lawsuits, protecting that is an egregious infringement on free speech. And not just like, I can say what I want, but it's just like, it's ridiculous to say that I don't have to refer to you by what you want me to refer to you as, or I'm breaking the law.
Yeah.
And if you're like, there's silly instances where it's like zur, like Z-U-R. I'm not a he, I'm not a she, I'm a zur.
I'm a Zeef.
I'm a Zeef.
I'm a Zeef.
If you don't refer to me as Zeef, I will sue you. He's like, get the fuck out of
If
here.
you don't refer to me as Zeef, I'm gonna put you in jail, bitch. Yo, it's fucked. That's fucked. Or it's like, I've seen movies and shows where they do this type of shit. And I'm sure there are characters in actual real life who do this type of shit, but they meet somebody, like, hey, how's it going, man? What's up? My name's Brad. And then he's like, oh, how's it going? My name's Jeff. He's like, nah, you don't look like a Jeff. You look like a Billy. Yeah. This is Billy, guys. This is Billy. It's like, you're going to jail, pussy. No, like I'm just calling you the wrong name. Like some people, you know what I'm saying? It just fucking happens. I'm sorry.
You're being a douchebag. We're not breaking the law.
Or you go by your middle name and I didn't fucking know that. I was like, oh shit, sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's fucking outlandish.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
People shouldn't be purposefully trying to hurt people verbally or like trying to disrespect people. Of course, that's like where the because that is true, that's the truth that they're using to expound it out to the furthest reaches possible, because the truth that they're standing on is an actual truth. You shouldn't go out there and be calling people names, hurting people, like misgendering people, or using your words in a way that will create negative emotional response from others, like on purpose, to try to make try to hurt people. Like, don't do that. That's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not cool. Don't do it.
The groups are using that as a weapon to take control.
Yes.
And that's fucked up. Social control.
Yes.
And they're doing it through this manipulative, sympathy-driven, empathy-wielded
Tolerance
talk.
Progression.
It's fucking crack, dude. There's so much cracked about it. And then people would say that this is toxic masculinity right here, what we're talking about. And I'm just like, and then I've even seen posts that said like, lifting weights has become tied to toxic right-wing masculinity, misogynistic viewpoints, and that
even if you're a woman.
So that I say, I think when you lift weights, it frees your brain up a little bit.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that the other day.
Think a little more clearly.
I think, because I was thinking about it in regards to just working out in general, because I knew working out, even when I started back in like 17, 18, 19, getting into college, I knew that I never had ambitions to like compete or like do it professionally or try to get paid to do it. Like, it was just a thing I wanted to do because it would make me feel better about myself and give me more self-confidence. And like, that was true. And like, that was the thing that I kind of dove into and felt that truth and like expounded on it and was like, yes, more of this truth, more of this, like doing this conquering myself thing, because I think that's what it ended up actually. I found out that's what it was. That's what I was doing. It's like, we're here to go hard, and I feel better about myself when I do hard things. And if I don't do those hard things, I don't feel as good about myself.
Yes.
And it's just like, that's what I'm doing it for. Like, I'm here to conquer myself. Like, I could do it. You need to do it mentally, spiritually, and physically. Like, that's how you fucking try to maximize your life and raise your vibration to the most highest point you could possibly think of.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, they're trying to bury
That's what I use it for, but
they're trying to bury the Joe Rogan point of view. They're trying to bury the Mark Zuckerberg going on Joe Rogan talking about we should work out and be a little more masculine and charged up and like stand solid on things, have backbone, have spine, say this is right, this is wrong, and not necessarily fold to all of the empathy talk. And then people are like,
he said that recently, yeah?
Yeah.
He couldn't say that shit in the last presidency.
Right,
You're right.
Dude. It's crazy, right?
Yo, that's wild.
We're in the tumultuous, weird times in society with that juxtaposition. It's like, ask any of the people that know me well. I'm empathetic, dude. Like, I give the benefit of the doubt. I give a fuck about whatever's important to you for the most part, unless it's
people
like
having a good time.
Yeah, like being kind.
Yes.
Like, if someone's like was truly wanted to be referred to as a he because it meant a lot to them because they didn't identify as a she. It's a lifelong struggle. Like, I could like get on board with that. You know what I'm saying? I could like feel that energy in them and want to help them and, you know, give a fuck about their struggle.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Here for it.
But when I feel the snake-like manipulative energy behind trying to grasp control, I'm like, I want to chop the head off of that shit. And
that's what I'm talking about.
There's a difference there, bro. And I don't know. I think I can feel society trying to like manipulate that as a narrative. It's fucking crazy.
The same people who are at the forefront of the cloning shit, or like the same people who are at the forefront of the fucking all this crazy top down, trickle down rules and regulations. whoever's got the fucking reins here. It's probably a combination. It's probably like some of the most oldest, ancient, historically successful families in all of the world are like fucking hooking up, dog. They're trying to maintain what they got.
Allegedly, that's been happening since the 1600s.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it. Probably as soon as we can communicate with the other people, we're like, yo, how are y'all ruling all your peoples, all your subjects? And like, how y'all ruling y'all subjects? And like, oh, I didn't think about that. It's like, oh, that's a good policy, or that's a good rule. Oh, that's a bad rule. We handle that kind of situation like this over here. It's like, how do y'all maintain more rule? How do you get more money? How do you anesthetize the people? How do you give them cake and candy and tournaments and entertainment? And that helps you. That works for y'all? They're like, yeah, that works for us. So like, as soon as they can probably talk to each other, that's whenever the fucking round table became a little bigger. You know what I'm saying? A little more global mass scale.
There's probably some groups out there like that.
Yeah.
I think Bill Gates is involved in that shit. He was a big proprietor of the vaccine.
One of the hugest.
Yeah.
One of the biggest and wealthiest for sure.
Yeah, he made some cake off of that shit.
And Elon won't play ball with him, so that's why he's a Nazi.
This is where we are in life.
This is what's happening, yo.
And if you think Elon Musk is a Nazi and you should deface a Tesla, like take a big ass tab of acid and think about that.
Take a heroic dose to the face.
Think about that shit. Go do a heavy ass fucking squat day and think about it. Go. You need to shake some things up. I think you might just be a little naive, following the trends and the people. And I trust this person, and I want them to like me, so I'm gonna think this. And bad people are bad, and Joe Rogan seems like he's mean. It's like, what are you talking about? You don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, dude. That just makes me think of. You've seen all of Game of Thrones? You finished it?
Yeah,
okay.
fuck yeah.
So yeah, spoiler alerts for Game of Thrones. Skip ahead a minute or so. But I think that's why I love. The first time I didn't like the ending that much. I was like, it's all right. I can see why people didn't like it. I'm not the biggest fan. But then the second time I watched it, I was like, okay, I kind of like this ending now. I kind of like aspects of it more than the initial first time I watched the ending. One of those being one of my favorite things that actually happened was that Bran is the fucking guy. He's the king. He's the most fit to actually do it, because it's not about power. It's about like wisdom and truth and knowing what to do. And he's able to see history, and he's like, no ego. His ego's gone. He's the Raven now, bitch. Like, Bran is gone, dog.
Yeah.
So like, he's actually perfectly fit for that kind of shit, because he doesn't want control, or he doesn't want to have any personal gain or have any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Try to fucking make people seem to be Nazis even though they're not. Or, he's probably the most in line, because he could literally travel through time and see how things happened. So he knows what the truth is, what actually happened, and how to move us from what's happening to what should be happening. And ideally that would be a better place, a better in every regard, financially, from the lowest class person to the highest class person. It's a better reality that we all get to exist in if we go this way and follow this line of thinking. And that line of thinking does not have on it like lie about these people to make us gain whatever we're trying to gain from this person, or make them lose whatever we don't want them to have from that person.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, y'all are fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen where they blow the smoke through the mask?
Yes. Just right through.
Do you ever adjust your mask? It's like the airflow. If these viruses are airborne, if you got an airborne virus, or if a virus is airborne is out there, the mask is not helping. All it helps with is spit particles. So your mom's sneezing and nose dripping and coughing and doesn't want the landing on the table, and someone else puts their hand on the table and they get it on them. Like that, there's something feasible about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's what most people wearing a mask think. I think they think like, I'm protecting myself from all of the sick people out there. It's like, you're not. Did you touch anything they touched? Are you wearing gloves?
Yeah.
No. It's like, do you realize if you're wearing a glove and you touch the dirty thing with the glove, now that glove has the dirty thing on the glove, and that glove's on your hand. So like the germ could real easily just like jump onto you. You put your hands in your pockets. You're gonna touch anything. You're gonna touch your hair. You're gonna fucking. Are you a doctor? Like sterilize me? Like, you're not. It's like
too much.
It's a fucking mental. You're just doing it so that you can think you're safe, but it's dumb. And then you're virtue signaling like other people maybe should wear masks, or I'm doing more of the right thing. It's bonkers. It's a crazy. Imagine 10 years ago, all of a sudden you just see someone who wears a mask every single day. School, everywhere they're wearing a mask. Like, that's a mentally unhealthy person.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. That guy's getting looked at. He's getting picked on.
Yeah. We should be doing the same thing
now.
now.
What are you doing? What are you doing, you silly goose?
Do you need help? Do you need to talk to somebody like a therapist? Like, that's a like almost mental illness. And then we're just like propagating that sometimes. So it's like, I couldn't believe, hopefully that teacher was just a little sick, knew he was coughing, sneezing a bunch.
Benefit of the doubt. Doing their best to not be sneezing and spitting on people.
But I was like, if this guy's just a fucking mask wearer, this is who we've got educating our youth.
Oh. Yo.
Tough thoughts.
Yo. That's a tough pill. That's a big pill. Big old tough, jagged pill to swallow.
Most people are probably trying to do their best. Most people are probably trying to be a good person. I'm not trying to shit on the average person.
Maybe that's just the people's like the brainwashing, partially the brainwashing that came along with the mandates. It's like I have to follow the rules because I want to do my best to be a good person in society. So I'm gonna follow these rules because these rules are put in place to help society thrive and for us to be safe. So I'm gonna follow those rules. People who don't follow those rules, what are you doing? You're fucking the things up. You're not listening to the teacher. You're not listening to the principal. What the fuck you doing, you rebel? You should go to detention. I'm not gonna go to detention because I'm a good boy.
There's people that died from the vaccine.
Factual.
So if you were trying to be a good boy and you got the vaccine, and then you died, like, were you being a good boy? Was that worth? Is that good? Is that the true spirit of good? It's like me.
If it teaches others how to be more good,
I'm a martyr.
He's a martyr.
I think
she's a martyr.
I would argue that not getting the vaccine was being a good boy because it wasn't tested, wasn't proven. Might have been not the smartest thing to do. We were getting manipulated and coerced to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have any proof that it was right. There was anecdotal evidence that maybe it wasn't good for you, and we all had to make a judgment call. And mine was just, let's wait and see.
Yeah.
I thought that was the right thing to do.
That's all you had to do.
Especially
let's wait and see. I don't want to be no one wants to be the first round of test subjects. No one wants to be the first round of test subjects. That's why they have test subjects. That's why they test it, which they didn't quite fully do. So then knowing that information, it's like they're pushing this out really, really quick. We know the typical timeline for how long these things should take, how the testing takes, how long the XYZ takes. So we know typically around how long it should take. And they're trying to push it out in half that time, whatever percentage of that time. Not the full term. They're trying to push it out in a fraction of the time. Facts. It's like, I'll wait and see. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Reasonable.
That's very reasonable. But you're a bigot. You're a fucking bigot, dick.
Some people, the virtue signal was hot.
Yeah.
What do you don't care about? Fucking
the children?
What?
Do you want your children to grow up in a world where they have to worry about this virus 20 years from now because we haven't taken care of it yet? Because of you and your actions? Yo.
Bonkers, bananas, be a free thinker.
Be the common thinker, man. Not the common thinker. Don't be the common thinker. Do the uncommon. Be a free thinker.
Think for yourself.
Use your free will for the love of Christ. For the love of Cristo.
That's what I got for the people today.
Yeah, dog. You want to wrap her up?
Yeah.
Get out of here. We're going to go do some more production stuff. Pictures, videos, the whole nine. We're rocking, bro. That's all we got for today, boys and goyles. Go get your dog cloned. Or not. 50 racks is a lot of fucking money. I don't know about any of those doppelgangers, but it's fun to talk about. Talk about whatever, man. To the end of the fucking earth. Till the cows come home for the cow rapture, dog.
Yeah, I don't think that the clones are real, but it's interesting to wonder if there's handlers out there. Hollywood handlers, I think, is probably a real thing. Jolly West was a handler for Charles Manson. It's basically proven.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
I read the book Chaos. So that shit exists.
The world's crazy, bro. As crazy as the world seems, it's crazier than that, I think. I don't know.
I would say go on, but
we can go forever, dog. We can go forever. I think I'll end it with you can go look it up. It might be a video that's already circulating, but I saw a video yesterday or the day before about a black sphere, unidentified flying phenomena. UAP, I think is what we're calling them now, not UFOs. Unidentified aerial phenomena? Projectile? I don't know. Some sort of UAP side type shit, UFO. It's like a ball. It's not even that big. It's like maybe like 3 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 or 4 feet in like diameter, like all the way across. So it's not huge. It's not like a fucking giant like building. It's smaller than a car, way smaller than a car. It's like an ice chest. Like an ice chest sized spherical black orb that was like UFOing around in Alaska this year. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I've seen other stuff. Who knows what's going on? The world is fucking crazy. Aliens are coming any day now. Jesus is coming any day now.
Preach.
Come on now. Be ready for it.
Clean your house.
Yeah, clean your room. Be a good person. Think for yourself. Spread love. Spread respect. Conquer yourself. Kick your own ass. Give yourself undeniable proof. Fucking rise up. Fortify your mind.
Fortify your mind. And rise.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
All right, we'll see y'all on the flip.
Peace.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might